From my first weeks in the Student Assembly Senate back in 2006, my sophomore year, I've been an avid supporter of gender-blind housing. This housing is essentially rooms, halls, where people aren't discriminated against on the basis of what their gender is. A male could live next door to two females who could live next door to a lesbian and a transgender student who could live next door to a female and a male. I mean, it's really just not a big issue. We're adults, we're 18, we're old enough to vote, we're old enough to run for office, we're old enough to sign marriage contracts and join the army. Certainly, at least in accordance with self-determination, we would be responsible enough to be able to choose who our own roommate is without being denied half the campus population based solely on the fact of our gender. Anyway, this was something that I was pushing very, very hard with the Lambda Alliance in 2006. And unfortunately, because of political pressure and issues with parental concerns, obviously, it doesn't look like we'll be having gender-blind housing on dormitory halls anytime soon. That being said, the lodges and the Leadwell apartment complex would be fantastic space to try out a gender-blind housing program at William & Mary. If you think about it, the lodges are basically just small 7-person houses, and the Leadwell apartments are apartments. If this is off campus, males and females can live together totally freely and there's not even a question asked. But somehow, for some reason, if you come on campus and a male and a female are both living in a Leadwell apartment together, it raises some sort of big issue. Valerie and myself, as well as Brian Story, our Undersecretary for GLBT Affairs, have been working this year with Residence Life to try and get gender-blind housing implemented at the lodges in Leadwell. We think it should be something that's fairly non-controversial. Again, just small houses and apartments, and we hope to finally get it implemented next year. Obviously this year there have been a lot of issues with trying to stay out of the limelight. In addition, the top 25 ranked schools, a majority of those do have gender-blind housing options, and really it's just time for William & Mary to stop lagging behind and get with the 21st century on this one.
Additionally, although William & Mary's non-discrimination policy already supports and protects a number of marginalized groups on campus, it does not have any provisions for gender identity and expression. This is very problematic, and although it is still legal in Virginia for employees to be fired based on their sexual orientation, and the College of William & Mary has made this illegal, it has yet to step it up and write in provisions for gender identity and expression. We want to continue the work of Rochelle Faithful and numerous other advocates for this in the coming year.